Henry Ford once said, "Any customer can have a car painted any color he wants, as long as it's black." That was 1908. And sure, today BMW offers other colors. But let's be honest, when you picture an R9T or an R12, what do you see? Exactly. Black. There's nothing wrong with that. Still, something feels missing on the BMW R12. Maybe the issue isn't the color itself, but where they choose to use it. And then I found the solution. Simple. Precise. Effective. Welcome to Racertv. If you love the BMW R12, this one will surprise you. And even if you don't care much about airheads, you might still fall for these lines. The mind behind it. Markus Walz, founder of WalzWerk Motorcycles in Germany. You probably remember him. I've already featured 3 of his builds on this channel, and in many ways, this feels like their evolution. Don't you think so? When BMW released the R12, Walz was one of the first builders in the world to work on it. Not to decorate it, to redefine it. The first thing he noticed was the stance. From the factory, the R12 sits a bit too tall at the front, so he lowered it by 40 millimeters. New internals, progressive springs, and fork tubes reanodized in black. The change in suspension height is subtle, but the overall silhouette feels completely different. At the rear, a new adjustable monoshock developed with Touratech's Black T division brings everything into balance. The real transformation, though, happens in the frame. A completely new rear section inspired by WalzWerk's iconic Schizo series. A kind of signature WalzWerk formula. It keeps the stock side covers and airbox for everyday usability. No cutting, no welding, 100% bolt-on. Pure German engineering. The tight front fairing from the BMW catalogue sharpens the silhouette. Normally, I prefer a fully naked approach. But in this case, I think it works really well. As I mentioned in the introduction, I always felt something was missing on the R12. It took me a while to understand what it was. The fuel tank. The shape is quite unusual. Probably inspired by one of the strangest gas tanks in the R series. And personally, I don't think the brushed aluminum sections help much. Even the R12S color options don't really solve the issue. So I started testing different colors in Photoshop, and I discovered something interesting. Strong or very dark colors actually make the tank look heavier. This design seems to call for something lighter, softer, more refined. Markus clearly saw that too. The tank now wears a 1967 Porsche beige grey with hand-laid pinstripes, and honestly, it looks absolutely amazing. Everything else is powder-coated matte black, which helps balance the visual weight of the tank and gives the bike a cleaner, more cohesive look. Vintage, but still modern. There are many other small details I won't go into today. But there's one I can't ignore. The sound.
Das ist jetzt die geschlossene Version oder die geschlossene. Und hier. Jetzt wieder zu. Und jetzt wieder auf.
A prototype flap-controlled exhaust from Jekyll and Hyde in Holland, built specifically for this bike. It's not even in production yet. And yes, the idea of adjusting the exhaust note with a simple button, that's probably a dream for many riders. And at the same time, it helps keep peace with the neighbors when you get home. According to Marcus, only 12 will be built each year. The BMW R12 was launched in 2024. And personally, this might be the most beautiful version so far. Another excellent example of how small changes can make a big difference. But don't be fooled. You need to know what to change and what to keep. It looks simple. It isn't. Because simplicity is easy to see, but very hard to create. Thank you for watching Racertv. And as always, I hope to see you on the next video.